You asked and I'll answer. Since content is dry over the next couple of days while we wait for season 2, let's answer the hard-hitting questions that you asked. Hey guys, Nightfall here, and almost 2 weeks ago I made a community post on my channel asking you to ask me questions about XDefiant, and I'm here to answer them. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Question number 1. If you could make a custom faction or just a new ability or ult, what would it be? Great question. To be honest, I'm not super creative, but I desperately need that Dead Silent faction, which I'm hoping we get with the Assassins coming in season 3 supposedly. Other than that, I really don't have any clue, and I probably won't start getting any really good faction ideas until about year 2 or 3 or so. That way I have an idea of what direction they're going with the game and what sort of abilities and factions they can bring in. Next question. Why Hollow? Well, because why not Hollow? Hollow Site merch available now, link in description. All hail the Hollow Site. Next, if you're recording your gameplay on Xbox Series X as you're playing the game, will your graphics and latency suffer? Well, number one, I'm not really sure how you're recording your gameplay on the Xbox Series X. If you're streaming it to Twitch or something, then yeah, your latency could be affected. Really just depends on your internet though. I'm not too familiar with the streaming directly from the console, but logically speaking, that's how it should work. If there's a way to record your gameplay outside of streaming it, like if you're using a capture card maybe, then no, but if you're using a program on the Xbox or something that I'm unaware of, then probably. And before we get into the next question, I want to take a look at this awesome statistic and let you know that 64% of you guys that have watched my videos in the last month aren't subscribed. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you subscribing is free. It's so easy. Look, I get it. I don't subscribe to a lot of channels either. I just go and watch their videos whenever they come out. And to be honest, I don't even know why I don't subscribe. It's not like it drastically changes anything, but if you could, just this one time, hit that subscribe button, and while you're in that area, you might as well hit the like button also. We're a small channel trying to grow into the space, and your single subscription really helps. And now the next question. How to avoid landmines? Crouch. Just crouch. You practice it, you make it reflex. As soon as you see the icon or hear the noise, just crouch. If you're crouched and it goes off, you'll only take 25 damage from it. It took me quite a while to get that under wraps because I was always trying to just jump out of habit for some reason. So it does take time to get used to, but once you have that knowledge, you can start to crouch. Next question. I like running the front leather wrap, but in some cases when I go to aim, it feels like a big loop before aiming. Can you please explain? So this could be because of the aim sway. If you crouch spam or jump spam a lot before you do this, then this might happen when you go to ADS. But if that's not what's happening or not what you're referring to, then I'd really have to see a clip of what you mean by this just to be able to understand what's happening and what could be causing it. Next, is it hard to get started in content creation? What are some tips for a new person trying to get started? So in this aspect, I'm definitely not like every other creator who tries to BS you into thinking that it's all about analytics and upload times and yada 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 and all that nonsense. No, truthfully, outside of just finding like a niche that not many people are already doing, most of it is honestly just luck, and maybe that's just how I feel. But I'll tell you a little bit about my journey, so to speak. I was posting about a short per day for a year or so and was getting almost no traction. I had a couple hit over 10,000 views here and there, but on average they would get maybe 800 to 1,000. Doing this, I managed to get up to about 350-ish subscribers, and then XDefiant came out, and I figured it's a fun game and I want to make content on it. So instead of just shorts, why don't I try some long form content and see how those do? So I did that, just talking about the game and my opinions on things and informing the community about updates and stuff. And I also started those attachment quality check videos. So realistically, I would say the easiest way to do something like this is if you're going to be doing gaming on your channel, start a game that's new and still gaining some traction. I feel like that's your best bet, because trying to get into a space on an already established game as a new creator is going to be an uphill battle. And then second, just make sure you have a decent setup. You don't need a professional microphone or anything like that, or a crazy high-end gaming computer. In fact, the one I started with was a cheap microphone that I picked up off of Amazon. And it's really the filters and all the settings that you have in your OBS studio that you're using that really make the microphone sound nice and make the content look good. Then also take inspiration from other creators in that space, see what they're doing, but just be very careful not to copy them. As a creator, it's flattering to see people take inspiration, but a whole other thing to see people just straight up copying. Also, another small tip is don't bite off more than you can chew. If you can commit to daily uploads, that's the best, honestly, in my opinion. But as long as you have consistency, if you're uploading one thing a week, cool, do that. Just don't upload sporadically. Then from there, it's just about networking, and that part is super crucial. If you don't have any audience, then making videos becomes more of a hobby for yourself. So networking and being passionate about what you're doing is so important. You need to build a brand, plain and simple. And also keep in mind, networking is not going in somebody else's stream saying, hey, I stream too. This is when I stream. Here's a link to my stream. Or I make YouTube videos. You should check out my channel. That comes off as very rude, and it goes against any kind of etiquette for streaming and content creation. And oftentimes that'll get you to lose viewers and stuff. So don't do that. Final question, controller question about your Stealth Ultra. If you game on Xbox with it, does it wake your console? Short answer, yes. Long answer, it's very finicky in that if the dongle is plugged into the console and not blinking and your console is off and the controller is turned off, it will wake up the console if you have the setting on where it's not fully shut down. But if you plug the dongle in and then turn on the controller, it won't wake it for some strange reason. Bonus question, what is your favorite food? Well, I have a lot of favorites, but honestly, if I just had to pick one of them, it would probably be spaghetti and sausage. That's right, not spaghetti and meatballs, spaghetti and sausage, specifically Johnsonville Italian hot sausage. I love spicy food, and I make my spaghetti sauce spicy as hell. But yeah, that's my favorite food. So with only a few days left on season 1, we have 3 more daily rewards to collect. So make sure you log in and get your coins today. And also, I finally made it to Emerald rank last night, and it was insanely sweaty at times. Mostly no Smurfs, from what I could tell. Imagine that. I did run into this one guy last night who I thought was very suspect. So here's a clip of that where I spawn in, and after just having died nearby, slide around a corner and start shooting at this guy for him to hit an instant 90-degree turn to my head and kill me. Here it is in slow motion, and while my fire bullets did finish the job that I couldn't, this interaction just seemed very, very strange. He is on mouse and keyboard, so I mean, it's not impossible to do what he did, but it was just weird. Let me know down in the comments if you think this guy is cheating or just crazy good and accurate. Also, let me know any other questions you want me to answer in any future videos, and I'll catch you in the next upload.
30 seconds, it's gonna take us to the end. Here it is, go. Last push.